Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Adopt as a belief. I subscribe to your view on abortion. Receive or obtain regularly. Mark with one signature. Write one's name on. Pay an amount of money as a contribution to a charity or service, especially at regular intervals. Offer to buy, as of stocks and shares. The broker subscribed 500 shares. Financial resources provided to make some project possible. The foundation provided support for the experiment. Argue or speak in defense of. She supported the motion to strike. Put up with something or somebody unpleasant. A military operation, often involving new supplies of men and materiel, to strengthen a military force or aid in the performance of its mission. They called for artillery support. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. He supported me with one hand while I balanced on the beam. Adopt as a belief. The financial means whereby one lives. He applied to the state for support. A musical part, vocal or instrumental, that supports or provides background for other musical parts. The act of bearing the weight of or strengthening. He leaned against the wall for support. Be a regular customer or client of. Documentary validation. The strongest support for this view is the work of Jones. Establish or strengthen as with new evidence or facts. The evidence supports the defendant. Be behind. Approve of. Support with evidence or authority or make more certain or confirm. Give moral or psychological support, aid, or courage to. She supported him during the illness. Aiding the cause or policy or interests of. The president no longer has the support of his own party. Any device that bears the weight of another thing. There was no place to attach supports for a shelf. Play a subordinate role to another performer. Olivier supported Gielgud beautifully in the second act. Something providing immaterial assistance to a person or cause or interest. The policy found little public support. Supporting structure that holds up or provides a foundation. The statue stood on a marble support. Support materially or financially. He does not support his natural children. The activity of providing for or maintaining by supplying with money or necessities. His support kept the family together. Receive or obtain regularly. The income or profit arising from such transactions as the sale of land or other property. Be capable of holding or containing. This box won't take all the items. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Take the gun from your pocket. Serve oneself to, or consume regularly. I don't take sugar in my coffee. Make a film or photograph of something. Take a scene. Be designed to hold or take. This surface will not take the dye. Require, time or space. Take somebody somewhere. Can you take me to the main entrance? Have sex with. Archaic use. He had taken this woman when she was most vulnerable. have with oneself, have on one's person. She always takes an umbrella. Receive or obtain regularly. We take the Times every day. Admit into a group or community. Head into a specified direction. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Take into consideration for exemplifying purposes. Assume, as of positions or roles. Interpret something in a certain way. Convey a particular meaning or impression. How should I take this message? Lay claim to, as of an idea. Accept or undergo, often unwillingly. Make use of or accept for some purpose. Take a risk. Take something or somebody with oneself somewhere. Engage for service under a term of contract. Shall we take a guide in Rome? Be stricken by an illness, fall victim to an illness. Take on a certain form, attribute, or aspect. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. Get into one's hands, take physically. Can you take this bag, please? Require as useful, just, or proper. It takes nerve to do what she did. Occupy or take on. Receive willingly something given or offered. Be a student of a certain subject. Proceed along in a vehicle. Point or cause to go, blows, weapons, or objects such as photographic equipment, towards. Ascertain or determine by measuring, computing or take a reading from a dial. Take a pulse. Be seized or affected in a specified way. Take sick. Buy, select. I'll take a pound of that sausage. Carry out. Take action. Experience or feel or submit to. Obtain by winning. Winner takes all. Take by force. Take into one's possession. I'll take 3 salmon steaks. The act of photographing a scene or part of a scene without interruption. Travel or go by means of a certain kind of transportation, or a certain route. He takes the bus to work. Structure displaying a board on which advertisements can be posted. The highway was lined with signboards. A perceptible indication of something not immediately apparent, as a visible clue that something has happened. He showed signs of strain. Mark with one's signature. Write one's name, on. She signed the letter and sent it off. Make the sign of the cross over someone in order to call on God for protection. Consecrate. Any nonverbal action or gesture that encodes a message. Signals from the boat suddenly stopped. Engage by written agreement. They signed 2 new pitchers for the next season. Used of the language of the deaf. An event that is experienced as indicating important things to come. It was a sign from God. Approve and express assent, responsibility, or obligation. Have you signed your contract yet? Communicate silently and non-verbally by signals or signs. He signed his disapproval with a dismissive hand gesture. Astrology, one of 12 equal areas into which the zodiac is divided. having an indicated pole, as the distinction between positive and negative electric charges. Charges of opposite sign. A character indicating a relation between quantities. Don't forget the minus sign. A fundamental linguistic unit linking a signifier to that which is signified. The bond between the signifier and the signified is arbitrary. A gesture that is part of a sign language. A public display of a message. He posted signs in all the shop windows. Be engaged by a written agreement. He signed to play the casino on December 18th. Communicate in sign language. I don't know how to sign, so I could not communicate with my deaf cousin. Medicine. Any objective evidence of the presence of a disorder or disease. There were no signs of asphyxiation. Place signs, as along a road. Sign an intersection. A drink in honor of or to the health of a person or event. A binding commitment to do or give or refrain from something. Signed a pledge never to reveal the secret. Propose a toast to. Promise solemnly and formally. I pledge that I will honor my wife. Pay. An amount of money, as a contribution to a charity or service, especially at regular intervals. I pledged $10 a month to my favorite radio station. A deposit of personal property as security for a debt. His saxophone was in pledge. Bind or secure by a pledge. I was pledged to silence. Give as a guarantee. I pledge my honor. Someone accepted for membership but not yet fully admitted to the group. Happen simultaneously. Be in accord. Be in agreement. Go together. Be in accord. Be in agreement. We agreed on the terms of the settlement. Be compatible, similar or consistent. Coincide in their characteristics. The two stories don't agree in many details. Achieve harmony of opinion, feeling, or purpose. No two of my colleagues would agree on whom to elect chairman. Be agreeable or suitable. White wine doesn't agree with me. Consent or assent to a condition, or agree to do something. She agreed to all my conditions. Show grammatical agreement. Subjects and verbs must always agree in English. The First Battle of the American Revolution, April 19, 1775. Go together. Their ideas concorded. Agreement of opinions. A harmonious state of things in general and of their properties, as of colors and sounds, congruity of parts with one another and with the whole. Capital of the state of New Hampshire, located in south-central New Hampshire on the Merrimack River. The determination of grammatical inflection on the basis of word relations. Be in accord. Be in agreement. Both philosophers concord on this point. Arrange by concord or agreement. Arrange the words of a text so as to create a concordance. The team concorded several thousand nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Town in eastern Massachusetts near Boston where the first battle of the American Revolution was fought. Be capable of holding or containing. The flask holds 1 gallon. Be pertinent or relevant or applicable. This theory holds for all irrational numbers. have or possess, either in a concrete or an abstract sense. She holds a master's degree from Harvard. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. The beam holds up the roof. Resist or confront with resistance. A state of being confined, usually for a short time. The prisoner is on hold. Lessen the intensity of, temper, hold in restraint, hold or keep within limits. Hold your tongue. Drink alcohol without showing ill effects. He can hold his liquor. Cause to stop. Have room for, hold without crowding. The auditorium can't hold more than 500 people. Time during which some action is awaited. He ordered a hold in the action. Have or hold in one's hands or grip. A crazy idea took hold of him. Organize or be responsible for. Hold a reception. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. Be valid, applicable, or true. This theory still holds. Protect against a challenge or attack. Maintain, a theory, thoughts, or feelings. To close within bounds, or otherwise limit or deprive of free movement. This holds the local until the express passengers change trains. Keep in mind or convey as a conviction or view. Hold these truths to be self-evident. The space in a ship or aircraft for storing cargo. Have rightfully, of rights, titles, and offices. Contain or hold, have within. The canteen holds fresh water. Bind by an obligation, cause to be indebted. I'll hold you by your promise. A cell in a jail or prison. Be in accord, be in agreement. I hold with those who say life is sacred. The act of grasping. She kept a firm hold on the railing. Secure and keep for possible future use or application. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity, e.g., keep clean. Hold in place. Support or hold in a certain manner. She holds her head high. Declare to be. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. Arrange for and reserve something for someone else in advance. Please hold a table at Maxim's. Aim, point, or direct. Assert or affirm. Rousseau's philosophy holds that people are inherently good. A stronghold. Cover as for protection against noise or smell. Hold one's nose. Have as a major characteristic. The novel holds many surprises. Hold the attention of. She can hold an audience spellbound. Keep from departing. Keep from exhaling or expelling. Hold your breath. Power by which something or someone is affected or dominated. He has a hold over them. Remain committed to. I hold to these ideas. Remain in a certain state, position, or condition. Stop dealing with. Hold all calls to the president's office while he is in a meeting. take and maintain control over, often by violent means. The mechanical advantage gained by being in a position to use a lever. Obtain by purchase. Acquire by means of a financial transaction. The family purchased a new car. A means of exerting influence or gaining advantage. He could get no purchase on the situation. Something acquired by purchase. The acquisition of something for payment. They closed the purchase with a handshake. Make illegal payments in exchange for favors or influence. An advantageous purchase. The stock was a real buy at that price. Obtain by purchase. Acquire by means of a financial transaction. She buys for the big department store. Accept as true. I can't buy this story. Acquire by trade or sacrifice or exchange. She wanted to buy his love with her dedication to him and his work. Be worth or be capable of buying. This sum will buy you a ride on the train. Communicate, with, in writing. Produce a literary work. Write or name the letters that comprise the conventionally accepted form of a word or part of a word. Write music. Record data on a computer. Communicate or express by writing. Create code. Write a computer program. She writes code faster than anybody else. Mark or trace on a surface. Give to a charity or good cause. I donated blood to the Red Cross for the victims of the earthquake. Propose a payment. The Swiss dealer offered $2 million for the painting. Offer verbally. He offered his sympathy. Agree freely. I offered to help with the dishes, but the hostess would not hear of it. Ask someone to marry you. A usually brief attempt. Mount or put up. Offer resistance. Something offered, as a proposal or bid. Noteworthy new offerings for investors included several index funds. The verbal act of offering. A generous offer of assistance. Make available, provide. The bank offers a good deal on new mortgages. Present as an act of worship. Offer prayers to the gods. Present for acceptance or rejection. She offered us all a cold drink. Make available for sale. The stores are offering specials on sweaters this week. Make available or accessible, provide or furnish. The conference center offers a health spa. Produce or introduce on the stage. The Shakespeare Company is offering King Lear this month. Put forward for consideration. He offered his opinion. Threatened to do something. I offered to leave the committee if they did not accept my proposal. Bridge. The number of tricks a bridge player is willing to contract to make. Propose a payment. Ask someone in a friendly way to do something. A formal proposal to buy at a specified price. An attempt to get something. He made a bid to gain attention. An authoritative direction or instruction to do something. Invoke upon. Bid farewell. Ask for or request earnestly. The prophet bid all people to become good persons. Make a demand, as for a card or a suit or a show of hands. Make a serious effort to attain something. His campaign bid for the attention of the poor population. Someone who waits on or tends to or attends to the needs of another. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. A boat for communication between ship and shore. Physically untoughened. Tender feet. Propose a payment. Hurting. The tender spot on his jaw. A formal proposal to buy at a specified price. Make tender or more tender as by marinating, pounding, or applying a tenderizer. Tenderize meat. Having or displaying warmth or affection. A tender glance. Used a boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Ship that usually provides supplies to other ships. Car attached to a locomotive to carry fuel and water. Easy to cut or chew. Tender beef. Given to sympathy or gentleness or sentimentality. A tender heart. Make a tender of, in legal settlements. Offer or present for acceptance. Of plants, not hardy, easily killed by adverse growing condition. Tender green shoots. Young and immature. At a tender age. Decorate, manuscripts, with letters painted red. In this beautiful book, all the place names are rubricated. Furnish with rubrics or regulate by rubrics. The manuscript is not rubricated. Place in the church calendar as a red-letter day honoring a saint. She was rubricated by the Pope. Sign with a mark instead of a name. Money that is invested with an expectation of profit. The ceremonial act of clothing someone in the insignia of an office. The formal promotion of a person to an office or rank. The act of investing. Laying out money or capital in an enterprise with the expectation of profit. Outer layer or covering of an organ or part or organism. The act of putting on robes or vestments. The commitment of something other than money, time, energy, or effort, to a project with the expectation of some worthwhile result. This job calls for the investment of some hard thinking. The act of investing. Laying out money or capital in an enterprise with the expectation of profit.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.